If you've ever tried manifesting and felt like it didn't work, I think today's video is going to explain why. You visualized, you did affirmations, you believed, sort of, and nothing changed. Look, a lot of people experience that. Contrary to popular belief, manifestation is not just thinking positive things. It's about being the thing that you want before you even have it. I'll explain. Most people are trying to create change or manifest things from a place of internal contradiction. They're saying, I am wealthy, but then they're feeling broke. They're affirming abundance, happiness, love, success, while embodying scarcity. My bills are stressing me out, or I can't find my dream partner, or whatever. And that's why it doesn't work. Neville Goddard, a legendary teacher on all things mystical, taught what I believe is the only solution around 100 years ago. It's called the Law of Reversibility, and today I'll be sharing how you can use this law to manifest whatever you want easily and at lightning speed. And as I mentioned, I think it's the real key that most law of attraction or manifestation teachings completely skip over. If you're new here, I'm Christopher. I became an entrepreneur at 20, made my first million by 25, and now I teach the lessons I learned the hard way to help other conscious, results-driven professionals to break through to their next level of peace, productivity, and prosperity. And the way we do that is by upgrading the internal and external operating systems that run our lives. And in this video, as I mentioned, you're going to learn how to manifest the things you want, the results you want, faster than ever, all by using this one law, the Law of Reversibility. So I want to get something straight. I made a joke earlier that manifestation might not be working for you, but the reality is you've been manifesting your entire life, even right now to this very moment. But if your life doesn't look how you want it to look, which probably 90% of people's doesn't, that means you've just been manifesting the wrong stuff completely unconsciously. As you've probably heard, the things that you manifest are a reflection of your predominant thoughts, feelings, and actions. So you and other people have tried to think positive thoughts and use affirmations to shift things with very little luck. But I want to talk about why is that? Because the language of our subconscious mind, the bridge between us and the infinite, isn't actually thought, it's emotion. So most people live like this. They wait until they have money to feel abundant. They wait until they have success to feel confident. And they wait to feel secure until they have love. But that's completely backwards. You cannot have or attract that which you are not. So what is this law of reversibility that Neville talks about? Neville said, if a physical fact can produce a psychological state, then a psychological state can produce a physical fact. This is the law of reversibility. Example, it's basically cause can create effect, effect can create cause. Water can create steam, steam can create water. Or another example, if making a shit ton of money would make you feel a certain way, then feeling that certain type of way can also lead you making a shit ton of money. If having your dream partner would make you feel so snugly secure and loved, then feeling super snugly secure and loved is going to help you to attract your dream partner. You don't have to wait for life to change how you feel. You have to change how you feel first and then wait for life to catch up. Whether you're religious or not, scripture said it way before Neville Goddard ever did. If you look in the Gospel of Matthew, you're going to find this quote, "To him that has, more will be given. To him that has not, even what he has will be taken away." Again, you cannot attract or have that which you are not. So the truth is that feeling abundant attracts wealth. Feeling confident leads to more success. And feeling secure draws love to you. So if you are letting the outside world and circumstances control how you feel, you already lost the game. Well, why is that? It's because your emotional state dictates your behavior, and your behavior is what you use to shape and create your reality. If you feel like the version of yourself that already has what you want, you're going to show up, you're going to act, decide, and think like that person that already has what you want. And then, as the law of reversibility states, the outer world will begin to reflect that internal state. A psychological effect that you've created will then produce a physical fact. You don't wait to feel good until it's done or until you have what you want. You feel good now. You step into that version of yourself now, and then you do the work from that place. It's never about money or whatever other result you're looking for. It is 100% of the time always about consciousness. Technically speaking, everything you see is just consciousness projected out. You might even say that God itself or himself or the universe itself is pure consciousness. So money, love, other people, material things, whatever it is that you want, They're all made of the same substance. So going back to the Gospel of Matthew, he or whoever you are that has, more will be given. So if you have the feeling of wealth, love, success, abundance, well, guess what you're going to get? More of those things. And more of the material things that match that internal state. And he who has not, if you decide to live in lack or scarcity or fear, you're going to repel what you desire. The things you're trying to manifest, you're going to push them away, even if that's what you deep down want the most. This simply describes the energetic law behind manifestation. And when you use this law correctly, again, manifestation is easy. Neville Goddard also taught that the feeling is the secret. It's not enough to think new thoughts. You literally have to feel yourself into a new reality or into the results that you desire. Because again, the universe doesn't respond to what you want or what you say. It responds to your mental and emotional state. The craziest part is that the universe in your subconscious mind doesn't give a shit whether what you believe, think, or feel is actually true or not. It is always going to deliver to you in the fastest and easiest way possible, whatever the reflection of that thing is. Neville Goddard says, your assumption, aka your beliefs, your mental and emotional state, even if false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. You'll literally create those things in your life. And that's why part of the game is almost just brainwashing yourself or like hacking your own physiology, because the outside world just reflects that. So if you can control that, you can almost control reality. Is it instant? No. But is it pretty damn easy overall? Fuck yeah. Unfortunately, we can't manifest from desire alone. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants a great loving partner or family or awesome adventurous experiences. But how many people, if you look around, actually have those things? Fucking none. Like very little. We have to manifest from being the energetic match to the things that we desire. So let's talk about how you can apply this immediately. Specifically, how to apply the law of reversibility. Neville taught that the feeling of the wish fulfilled, aka the feeling of you already having the thing that you want, is the gateway to creation. Here's the quote that he shared that changed my life. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and persist in that assumption, and it will become a fact. This is not visualization as a hobby or mental masturbation. This is creation and us using our God-given creative gifts by using spiritual law. So let me calm down. Let's make this real practical so you can use it. The first things first is identify the outcome. So what do I mean by identify the outcome? Neville calls this the end, aka the tangible outcome that you desire. It's the representation of the desire you have being fulfilled. So what do you want? Don't just say some generic shit like, well, I want some more money or something like that. Be specific. More money becomes, I want to make $40,000 a month working 4 hours a day. I want a deeper relationship becomes, I want to have a harmonious, sexy, and adventurous relationship. More confidence becomes, man, I want to fucking turn heads, inspire, and attract people in every single room that I walk into. So first, identify the outcome. Write it down. Be incredibly specific and clear. You want to be crystal clear on what you're calling in and what it feels like. And that leads us to number 2, and that is generate the feeling first. So again, as I mentioned, Neville calls this assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So to generate the feeling first, you want to close your eyes. You want to visualize already having, being, or doing the thing. Not from hope, or that would be cool, but from belief. Like, holy fuck, like example, I really want our Mercedes C63S when they come back with the V8 engine in like, I think 2027. So lately, as I've been visualizing, I'm literally sitting in the car. I can see the badass touchscreen. I start the engine. I hear the roar of the V8. I'm looking at the seats. They've got red trim. The seatbelts are red. Like, I'm vividly there when I visualize it. I'm not just like, oh, that'd be cool. I'm like, no, I already have the car somewhere in a manufacturing plant somewhere. They're fucking designing that shit for me. And the universe is conspiring to bring me that badass car. So to generate the feeling first, after my tangent, you want to just get clear and be like, hey, how does it feel to have this thing first? Feel it in your body. Fully anchor it in. This becomes your new emotional home base. Again, if you're letting the outside circumstances dictate how you feel, you lost the game. To keep it gangster, you have to decide how you're going to feel and feel from the end. What is it? Who am I becoming? Where am I headed? Like when I make these videos as much as I can. Obviously, I'm not perfect, but I like to feel like, man, I'm already the motherfucker who has 1 million subscribers. Like, I'm not just here like, oh my God, I really hope someone watches this video. I'm like, this is some jaw-dropping, life-changing shit I'm spitting, and it's only going to get better. So by me living from that end place, I begin to show up and take action and have thoughts and ideas and inspiration and opportunities that match that end state because I'm already fucking there. I'm living it in my body day in, day out. Ooh, I'm getting fired up. And now number 3, act as if. So again, your job, I just kind of went on this tangent, but your job is to carry the mental and emotional state of the outcome before it ever comes. So as I mentioned with the YouTube example or the car example, like you want to move through your day as that new version of you, as the guy or girl watching this that feels like, man, I'm already the thing I want. I already have the things I want. So think, like, how would this version of myself speak? What would they say yes to? What would they say no to? Your outer world will begin to reshape itself when your inner state becomes consistent. Again, this isn't pretending. You're not lying to yourself. The universe, your subconscious mind, it doesn't know the difference between something you imagine or something that happens for real. So it's essentially the same thing in terms of how reality works. Instead of being a little bitch and letting life push you around, you're choosing to embody that version of yourself that already exists in the future now. You're taking ownership of your God-given creative gifts. And literally, speaking from experience, when you do that, opportunities are going to flow to you like crazy. Being productive and making progress becomes the normal. And what used to be so hard or scary starts to become effortless. You stop pushing for the things that you want, and you start pulling towards them, and they start pulling towards you. Instead of you chasing reality and the things you want, they start to chase you. As you probably heard, what you want wants you. So this law of reversibility works, but only if you do it with full commitment. When water turns into steam, it's not second guessing itself. It's just going through the chemical process. When steam turns back into water, it's not questioning itself. It's just doing what the fuck it does. So to bring us home, I want to talk about how can you do this on a daily basis, just to make this incredibly simple for yourself. And I forgot to write my little whiteboard fill in here. Just if you're curious, if you were just dying, chewing on your fingernails to know what this says. I already mentioned it earlier. It's feeling is the secret. So if you want to not just learn this, but you want to live it and start putting this into practice, here's a very basic 5-minute exercise that I do each and every day. So every morning, every night, I embody these emotions. Before I start my day, first thing when I wake up, and right before I go to bed and end my day, I go inward. I recite my vision, which is just a statement of the things that I'm calling in. I sit and I clear my mind. So I go into meditation or I lay in bed and I ask myself, how would I feel if I already had it all? If I already had all these things, if my vision was already here now, how would I feel? And then I assume that feeling. I feel the gratitude. I feel the excitement and the passion. I let it simmer inside, and then I inwardly just say thank you. I just give gratitude for the thing. I'm like, hey, God, thank you so much for my Mercedes C63S. Thank you so much for my badass retreat center. Thank you so much for my high-paying clients and the ability to do what I love on a daily basis. Like, I already just say thank you for it. It's already here. Again, Neville Goddard was very clear. The subconscious will accept and then create whatever the senses confirm as true. So whatever you feel is true is what you are going to create. So in our imagination, we have to see it, hear it, feel it, taste it, touch it. Like I'm talking, immerse yourself in the thing and then give thanks for it. It's already yours. I like to think about it. Thank you is the vibration of completion. When you get to that point where you can feel gratitude for some shit you don't even have yet, or you haven't experienced yet, that's when you mastered the game. And then the second part of it, so I have my morning and my nightly embodiment practice. And then the practices throughout the day neutralize any doubt that comes up. So when fear hits or you start spiraling back into logic or fear-based thinking, come back to the emotional state. Don't try to fight the fear or resist it. It's kind of like when you're a kid and you're like watching late night cartoons and all of a sudden like a paranormal activity commercial comes on and you're like, holy fuck, I don't want to watch this. I'm terrified. Don't fight it or plug your ears. Just change the channel. So when the fear comes on, you don't need to worry about the fear. Just watch something else. Change your emotional state. Return to that sense of gratitude and faith. I already have it. It's done. Thank you. Thank you. Like fucking thank you. I like to consider each new action I take or each emotional state change that I do as proof that that reality is here now, that I'm stepping into it now. It's like a vote. If there was a points, if I had to save up points to go towards that reality, every action I take and every emotional state change put some points on the scoreboard that makes it more likely that that's going to happen sooner than later. So again, during this phase, you want to act as if. You want to speak like that version of you. You want to decide like them. Move with that calm, power, gratitude, and joy. And whatever doubt creeps in, change the channel. Just change your emotional state back to what's in alignment with the things that you want. Neville talks about this in the book, At Your Command. You're not begging for change, you're commanding it through your emotions. I'll read this quote to you that Neville has. He says, "You are already that which you want to be, and your refusal to believe this is the only reason you do not see it." Again, it's fucking delusion at some point. Like, vision without execution is delusion. So you have to take action and show up. But truly, this is a delusional process. You are brainwashing yourself to make this happen. And if you don't want to call it delusion, call it spiritual alignment. That sounds kind of a little bit lighter. Neville said, "You must enter the image, live from there, and think from it." And that's when everything begins to shift. And I'm speaking from experience. My life is changing before my eyes. Because life doesn't respond to what you want. Everybody wants shit. It responds to who you're being, and you take control of that by changing your emotional state. You're not waiting anymore. You're creating your reality now. You're getting the things that you want now based on who you choose to become and be in this moment. If you will assume your desire and live there as if it were true, no power on earth can stop it from becoming a fact. That's from Neville Goddard. So this is how you collapse time and align your thoughts, emotions, and actions to create what you actually want faster than ever. Again, manifestation is easy when you actually know what you're doing. By the way, the fastest way to apply these type of strategies, like the law of reversibility, is by surrounding yourself with the right type of people, support, accountability, and systems. And that's exactly what I offer inside of my community with other conscious, results-driven professionals. So if that interests you, you can book a call down below. We'd love to chat with you about it and invite you in to join us. Remember, manifestation is not magic, it's law. Like this video if it resonated, comment below with any takeaways, and subscribe for more. I got fired up today. It was a good one, and much love, my friend. I will see you in the next one.